Thanks for staying with us on Headlines Now. Now, it is the day before Republic Day and the list of Padma awardees is out. And what a day it has been for Tamil Nadu. SP Balasubramanian will be receiving the Padma Bhushan from the President herself tomorrow. A total of 128 awards, including one duo case and 12 in the category of foreigners, have been announced. Now, these comprise 13 Padma Vibhushans, that is, and 31 Padma Bhushans, as well as 84 Padma Shri awards. There are 31 ladies among the awardees, so let's get you some of them straight up on your screens for the moment. Some of the prominent people who have won the Padma Vibhushan include Montek Singh Ahluwalia, the chairman of the Planning Commission; Brajesh Mishra, who is the first National Security Advisor of India and is a former Indian Foreign Service officer as well. There's Dr. Kapila Vatsyasan, the internationally acknowledged scholar of Indian dance. Joining that list is A.R. Kidwai, the governor of Haryana, who was serving between the period of 2004 and 2009. There's also L.C. Jain, who is a renowned Gandhian and economist, along with Dr. Sitakant Mahapatra, a notable Indian poet and literary critic in Oriya as well as English, and Azim Premji, the chairman of Wipro Limited, one of India's third largest software development companies. Let's take a look at some of the Padma Shri Award winners. Among them are entertainment winners from the field of the music industry, singer Usha Uthup. Joining her is also actress Kajol, who's acted in memorable Bollywood films like Kuch Kuch Hota Hai and more recently My Name is Khan. There's also Irfan Khan, the character actor as we know him from Bollywood again, who's delivered some very interesting performances, and actress Tabu, the Bollywood star, once again, who's also acted in a few Tamil films as well, like Kadal Desam. Now, in sports, meanwhile, there are once again prominent names like cricketer VVS Lakshman, who has been part of the Indian team, wrestler Sushil Kumar. There's also shooter Gagan Narang, who is these are some of the names you would have also seen in the Commonwealth Games and the Asian Games. Athlete Krishna Punia, who've made quite a name for themselves in some of these tournaments, and weightlifter Namira Kapn-Devi. Let's just go across to our senior copy editor Bhama Devi Ravi for more on those winners list. Bhama, there's also joining this list a total of 12 people from Tamil Nadu who's getting a lot of those honors. But as far as SP Balasubramanian is concerned, this was perhaps on its way. Is it a little too late?
See, he has been singing from the late 60s, so about 50,000 songs is what we are talking about. And yes, it could have come earlier, but then better late than never, as you said. True.
Right. Now, as as a music lover, like most of us are, at least in Tamil Nadu, if you have to, and that is if you listen to some of his songs, what would you think really that it is that characterizes the way he sings? What really composes the whole nature of his voice, and so on?
Two things. First and foremost, he was one of the earliest singers to get his diction right. Be it in Tamil, be it in Hindi, he was never a syllable off key. That was his biggest strength. And the second one, he got into the real mood of the moment, whatever the hero wanted to convey at that particular point of time, you could depend on SPB to just deliver it, not only on screen, but even over the earphones.
Right. Just stay with us. There's also another big list waiting for us. That's the Oscar nominations for the year ahead. There are no surprises such as the film The Social Network, The King's Speech, which have already grabbed nominations for Best Picture and Best Director. Colin Firth, Natalie Portman, some of the names that's really coming up on that list. Christian Bale as well among the actors nominated. But the big treat for Chennai fans once again is A.R. Rahman, the Mozart of Madras, who's bagged 2 Oscar nominations. One is for the Best Original Score and the other is for the Best Song, which is once again for Danny Boyle's 127 Hours. Right, just coming back to Bhama Devi for that kind of a nomination. Rahman did get actual awards, the Oscars themselves last year, but with the kind of nominations alongside that he's really competing with, is it tough? Is it easy? What are the chances? What do you think about that?
See, the 83rd Academy Awards are going to be very tough on all fronts, be it in Best Picture category, Best Actor, Best Actress, you name it, it is a tight race. And Rahman's, yes, for Indians, for all of us, for Rahman fans, 127, the nomination for 127 hours, and particularly the song If I Rise, a lot of expectations riding on that, because you know it's an inspirational film, one man's fight against all odds, fighting for his life. And there are moments apparently when Rahman's sounds are so subtle that is so powerful. That's what the foreign critics have said so far. So let's keep our fingers crossed.
Well, let's indeed keep our fingers crossed. Hope we see him rise this time as well with that Oscar award. Thanks very much indeed for joining us with your inputs on that front. Now, on to some national news. Now, a bridge that led into the Jammu and Kashmir mainland turned into the flashpoint of the BJP's controversial Ekta Yatra today. But right after crossing the bridge, the Omar Abdullah government did just what it planned to. That was to stop them at that point, restricting any more movement. This was during the BJP's Ekta Yatra today in the northern part of the country. Senior leaders like Sushma Swaraj and Arun Jaitley were among the 500 BJP workers who have been arrested, though, who they've quoted arrests. And meanwhile, during that whole march, Mr. Jaitley had in fact called the act by the state and the centre as a psychological surrender to the separatists. Meanwhile, Ms. Swaraj echoed that they have been angered with the way they have been handled. But both maintain that they will stay determined to hoist the tricolour at Lal Chowk tomorrow, observing Republic Day. This was, remember, declared out of bounds by the government, which wants to minimise tension in the fragile area. But the centre and the Omar Abdullah government clearly trying to make sure that no situation is likely to be thrown out of gear and no tension really arises tomorrow.
देखिए, जिस प्रकार से इन्होंने किया है राज्य सरकार ने और केंद्र सरकार ने, ये अनावश्यक था, ये पैनिक रिएक्शन था। ये पहली बार है कि आजादी के आंदोलन में तो होता था कि राष्ट्रीय ध्वज हाथ में हो और वंदे मातरम का नारा हो तो पकड़ लेते थे, उनको फ्रीडम फाइटर कहते थे। लेकिन आजाद हिंदुस्तान में ये पहली बार है कि जो राष्ट्रीय ध्वज के साथ पकड़ा जाएगा उसको कानून उल्लंघन करने वाला व्यक्ति माना जाएगा और उसको पकड़ा जाएगा। Is this what you were expecting from the state government? Well, I never seriously thought that the state government would take it adversarially, because this was more a signal to the separatists that we were giving rather than to the state government or the central government.
Meanwhile, the General Secretary of the CPM, Mr. Prakash Karat, who was in the city today, has condemned this yatra, saying that the BJP should have called this off, saying also that he didn't really agree with what they were doing in Jammu and Kashmir.
Given the situation in Jammu and Kashmir today, the program that the BJP has announced in Srinagar will be very harmful. It will not help the situation. Therefore, the BJP should not go ahead with their program tomorrow, that is the 26th.
Moving to the big shocker that came in from Maharashtra today, an additional collector at Malegaon has been set on fire, and he had died because of that. The man, who's called by the name of Yaswat Sonavane, was burnt alive during the raids to uncover illegal hoarding of kerosene. The incident reportedly took place in Nasik district, which is 5 hours from Mumbai. At the moment, the police says the oil mafia is responsible clearly for this killing and have detained 3 people for burning Yaswat to death, but more details are still awaited.
पानेवाड़ी इस जगह पर एक ढाबा है, सागर ढाबा। वहाँ पर देखा कि कोई टैंकर उसके पीछे खड़ा हुआ है और उसमें से कोई तेल उतार रहा है। वो वहाँ पर गए, वहाँ जब जाकर उन्होंने देखा कि कोई केरोसिन का टैंकर है, वहाँ से कोई टैंकर से केरोसिन उतार रहा था। उन्होंने तुरंत वहाँ पर अरे क्या है उसको पूछा, तो वो वहाँ से करने वाला भाग गया और उन्होंने वहीं पेड़ के नीचे, चूँकि उनके पास गाड़ी थी, उन्होंने सप्लाई इंस्पेक्टर को फ़ोन किया। जब सप्लाई इंस्पेक्टर को फ़ोन कर रहे थे कि यहाँ पर आके कार्रवाई करो, उसमें 5-7 मिनट तक वो इंतजार करते रहे। तभी 2 मोटरसाइकिल पर कुछ लोग आए और उन्होंने आकर के उनको कहासुनी करके मारना पीटना शुरू कर दिया। उसी बीच में पोपट शिंदे, जो एक आरोपी है उसने और उसका लड़का और 2-3 लोग उन्होंने वो केरोसिन जो कि कैन में निकाल रखा था उसको उनके ऊपर उड़ेल करके माचिस की तिल्ले लगा दी। दुर्भाग्य से तुरंत वहीं पर घटनास्थल पर उनकी मृत्यु।
Well, let's bring you some more national news. The father of slain teenager Arushi Talwar, Dr. Rajesh Talwar, was attacked by a young man at the CBI court premises today. Rajesh Talwar, whose daughter was murdered in 2008, is now undergoing an operation after that attack. In fact, speaking to NDTV, members of the Talwar family said that Rajesh is in a serious condition. The attacker, Utsav Sharma, used a sharp object resembling a cleaver to attack him before being nabbed by the police who were present at that time. Rajesh Talwar's forehead was cut and was seen bleeding profusely from his face. He was apparently on his way to notarize some objects. The assailant is a graduate of the National Institute of Design from Varanasi and had in fact also attacked retired Haryana police officer SPS Rathore, who was arrested for molesting teenager Ruchika Girhotra. Up ahead on the bulletin, the medical tourist to India can add one more to his list. Find out what that is up on the other side.